little bit of finger smoothing there. Okay, now I chose to use a centerpiece that has a hole through it for a reason, to kind of kill two birds with one stone. Little hole, see, right there, 3 millimeters. When you do a centerpiece, the way I've always done it, it's worked very successfully, is you always want to use the open end, the end that you put the screw in. You want to put that face down in your mold. Now, you don't need to put this, obviously this piece doesn't need to be down in very far, so you just need to push it in just enough for the clay to hold it in. Almost like a 1-part mold depth, but since you're already going to have the center extrusion on the second half of the mold, you might as well push it in there a good 2-3 millimeters is all I do. And once you have it in there just right, you just take a little tiny chunk of clay and put a little clay right here. And, you can take either your big knife or your little one and scrape right across to get a nice smooth flat surface, so you can create the entire stem on the other side of the half of the mold. And then you just grab a lot of these stupid skinny Legos. I hate these ones. And actually, you'll see the use of the skinny Legos in a little bit. That's not the one I want at all. More skinny Legos. I can't find a 4 measure. I obviously do not have the best preparation skills at all. Yep. Once again, I need a 4-piece, and I do not wait. Yes, I do. This is the most boring part. I hate this. Not even sure how I talked myself into making this video. I hate making molds. Actually, I kind of hate most of the puzzle building. I just really like the result. Results are fun. Okay. Hope everyone can see this fine. I'm pretty sure it's pretty self-explanatory what I'm doing. As recommended probably by Smooth On or by any company that you see that sells this product, you're going to want to most of the time try to get around maybe a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch if you're conservative enough, over the piece so the mold's really stable. And if you use an Umu, it's not exactly the strongest product, so you kind of want to make sure you have plenty of room. Like with the centerpiece, it's not necessarily that viable. It's a pretty simple piece to be molding and casting. But yeah, I'm going to go one more layer up here. Okay. I once again need the 4s. I should grab like 50 of those next time I make a video. This is... Ooh, I got a bunch of them. Okay. Nope. Every time. Alright. I was going to show with the X-Acto, but I really didn't make any denims, so if I ever make another video I'll have to show you. But it did come in useful, so yeah. Done with these Legos. Sorry if that's loud. Okay, and I usually just take the back of a pen, but I guess in this case I will use something else because I have been unable to find a pen for almost the longest time now. Or a pencil would do. 1 second. That that is not okay. Okay, today I'm going to use the back of the X-Acto knife. Big holes, so that's what she said. I'm just going to do one hole and then show you about how deep I made it and where I placed it. Right about that. I made it around a centimeter deep. I like a lot of stability. I don't like misaligned pieces at all. Nor does Eva. Oops. I said the wrong name on camera. I recommend using about as many of these plugs as you can possibly put in the mold without, distorting it. Because yeah, the more the merrier. Like, especially with it being a much weaker rubber, I always try to use as many of these as I can. I try to show that my best, but the angle wasn't really the best. I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory. Okay, so that concludes part 1 of my high quality mold making tutorials. Thanks for watching. Okay. Yay! Mold box.